Alright, so peep this. We've gone through almost each and every Team Urameshi member, breaking down how elite each of them were in their own respective Dark Tournament runs. And in this video, it's finally time we cover the main character himself, Yusuke Urameshi, whose run can only be described as all-time, generational, stupendous, just on a whole nother level.
Oh my god, bro, is riding all you do?
No, I'm
like
saying
you literally got that in your mouth right now. I see it.
Okay, I may have gotten a bit carried away, but I can't help but glaze. That boy Yusuke is him. And his run of proving just that begins with his first match against Chu of Team Rokuyukai. Leading up to this match, Yusuke has been snoozing. The training Genkai had this doing on constant low battery mode. But Buddy is quickly up and alert when he sees a real hitter has entered the ring. The second Yusuke senses the potential for good hands to be thrown, this dude is up and leaping for the opportunity to squabble. Real quick though, Pete Bro's fit.
He got that shit on though.
Just gotta push the Yu Yu Hakusho has top 3 fits in anime agenda. By the way, they not 3 or 2. Ain't nobody doing it like them boys. Anyway, before the fight can start, this dude's Shu is gonna down a whole bottle of liquor. The guy out here chugging that Everclear. I know his liver hurt. Yusuke seeing this ain't really sure what type of timing bro is on. Like, is he scrapping or is he trying to get lit? What Yusuke is unaware of is that the nigga can do both. Shu kicks off the fight, circling Yusuke, looking like he's pulling a bit out of Killua's bag, on some rhythm echo type shit. Got Yusuke's eyes working overtime trying to keep track of him. Shu pulls up in front of Yusuke, trying to catch him with a chop to the head, which Yusuke blocks. But he's out of luck when Shu catches him with an uppercut to the gut, sending the dude flying. But don't worry Yusuke, you won't be airborne for long, cause Shu's out here moving like Braun when he sees someone got an open layup. Chase down, activated. Appearing right in front of Yusuke and backhanding him right back into the ring. And see, this was already looking like a great opening move from Shu. But come to find out, this dude Shu was cooking so hard they had to bring out the instant replay to show what niggas missed. We see that what looked like one uppercut initially was actually Shu hitting Yusuke with a nice little combo, putting him in the air. And to finish him, Shu jumps up, must be feeling like he plays for the Karasuno Crows with how he spikes this nigga Yusuke to the ground. Shu walks up on the downed Yusuke, trying to see if he's still with the shit, to which he will very quickly learn. If there is one thing Yusuke is always down for, it is the hands. Yusuke immediately shoots up and starts firing off, and hits nothing but wind. I mean, bro is out here shooting Ben Simmons percentages, going a whopping 0 for 24. Yes, I counted. Shu comes in with a punch of his own, which Yusuke parries, loading up a haymaker from down under, only to get hit with the bleach special as Shu appears right behind bro. And just look at the menacing look on this nigga's face. He's planning to hit Yusuke with something devious. Shu cocks back, trying to hit Yusuke with a chop to the head once again, and just like the first time, Yusuke is able to block this initial attack. But sadly for Yusuke, also just like the first time, he was not ready for that follow-up. Shu slugs him across the face and starts teeing off, beating on this nigga like he's trying to build up meter. This gets Yusuke stumbling back, but best believe, getting rocked once or twice is not gonna deter this dude Yusuke from getting back into the fire. He rushes back in, and I can't lie, watching this the first time, I was getting a bit annoyed at this dude Yusuke, because he proceeds to miss even more punches, going another 0 for 15. Yes, I counted. Like my guy, you couldn't spice up the combos even a little? Acting like he's playing on the controller with only one button, and right now, he's mashing the hell out that motherfucker. It looks like his persistence pays off though. After going a total of 0 for 39, Yusuke finally lands his first hit on Shu, and I will say, I know that shit hurt. Bro hit him so hard the color got knocked out the frame for a sec, had bro laid out on his ass. Wait, what? Yeah, so Yusuke gets caught lacking after knocking down Shu. Bro was not expecting him to recover so quickly, and low-key, neither was I. He did literally knock the color out this nigga for a sec. You'd think bro would need some more time to recover, but nah, he's on Yusuke's ass damn near instantly, appearing right behind. Nigga must be a Bleach fan, cause this is the second time he pulled this. But I'm not gonna hate, cause the aura right here is pretty respectable. Shu gonna pose while this dude Yusuke is disoriented, trying to find where he went. And when he finally realizes, Shu's behind him, charging up like he's in blue lock, about to punt the ball into the goal. And in this scenario, it just so happens Yusuke's body is the ball. He gets sent hurling into the side of the ring. And with Yusuke down and out the ring, the countdown to disqualification begins. Yusuke waits until the very last second to make his dramatic return, and he is very clearly ready to get serious. Bro is hitting all types of stretches. You just know he's gearing up to put on for his team. This is the type of shit that gets a nigga hyped up. Keiko knows ball. Back to the fight, Yusuke decides to aura form a bit, firing off a spirit gun and causing some debris to fall into the crowd. And this just continues to prove the point I was making in the last video.
Flashback.
As peak as the Dark Tournament is, one thing I will say is that you would never catch me stepping foot into that arena if it was real. Hell No.
End of flashback.
Niggas would not catch me anywhere near the Dark Tournament IRL. Watching the Immaculate Hands is not worth being put in a bag. Especially if I'm gonna be a casualty because a nigga wanna randomly aura farm. Oh, I'd be sick if that's how I went out. Shu, seeing Yusuke aura farm with his energy attacks, decides to return the favor by showing off his ult. But first, he gotta get charged up, and he does so by pulling out not no normal Henny, but that Lebronacy. Nigga about to have the king all up in him.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Shu starts chugging, and we see very quickly the change in bro's demeanor. That Lebronacy got bro moving like a whole different demon. Nigga got a whole different type of aura to him, as we see him bulking up from the energy flowing through him. Power so intense, it forces him to throw up?
Good man.
So while Shu is getting over his nausea, Rinku decides to give Yusuke the rundown on what's about to go down, telling him that whenever Shu starts stepping on that Lebronacy, he becomes unbeatable. From the way Rinku is describing it, Shu's about to be moving like it's 2016 and he's down 3-1. We see Shu finally over the effects of chugging all that alcohol, and he's locked in more than ever, ready to show Yusuke his ult. He cups his hands like he's charging a Kamehameha as he gathers his energy into a small ball that low-key looks like a mini version of Frieza's supernova. The two take off running before launching their respective attacks, Yusuke firing a spirit gun and Shu throwing the ball of energy. The attacks end up dead even, cancelling each other out, leaving the two fighters in the ring to charge in and start throwing good hands. I mean immaculate scrapping from the two, going blow for blow, band for band with the hands. Shit so beautiful, it could bring a tear to a grown man's eyes, and a lick of defense in sight. Niggas on Luka timing. Shu catches Yusuke with a strong right that sends him sliding back, giving Shu just enough time to charge another energy attack and fire it off at the off-balance Yusuke, thinking he got him. But what Shu don't know is that Yusuke's spirit gun comes with a switch, as he fires off 2 gun bullets at once, piercing through Shu's attack but not fully dispelling it. So the two of them get boom point blank, leaving not a trace of either of them. Got Koto the announcer thinking they both got eviscerated, only to see Yusuke and Shu descending from above, both of them clearly out of spirit energy and heavily damaged. With neither of them in any shape to be firing off energy blasts and blowing shit up, Shu makes a suggestion that Yusuke just can't refuse: a knife-edge deathmatch. Shu pulls out 2 knives, stabbing them into the ground on opposite ends, and explains the rules to Yusuke, telling him to take his shoes off and place his foot in front of a knife. They are about to throw nothing but pure hands, and whoever steps out the boundaries of their own knife will be determined the loser in this fight to the death. No cap, this nigga Shu was cooking with this idea, had me and the crowd on the edge of our seats, just waiting for the hands to start. But before the good hands can commence, Koto and the lame ass tournament committee want to step in and try to ruin all the fun. They want to talk about they make the rules. Oh, trust me, I am well aware, brother. The hoeing that will be done later in this video tells me everything I need to know about how these dark tournament committee niggas move. The crowd, just like me, is not feeling the committee's pause on the action either, booing the hell out of Koto. Luckily for everyone, the committee gets some sense and lets these two get to duking it out. So with that, let the boxing begin. And boy oh boy, were these niggas boxing. I mean going blow for blow, throwing haymakers. And I know y'all peeped how much of a spectacle they made this. Got the dudes their own spotlights for the hands they are providing. Niggas throwing back and forth gut shots like it's Piccolo versus 17. Excellent, excellent. These are the type of scraps you tell your future generations about. High leverage action, high leverage stakes. It's just so peak. The two of them continue to exchange. Shu lands a good hit that gets Yusuke backing up ever so slightly, and I know that knife hurt, but Yusuke's too much of a dog to let that affect him at all. He comes firing back with a barrage of body shots, pushing Shu back a bit, just a non-stop back and forth. A nigga like Kuwabara, someone who truly appreciates the art of hands, can't help but watch this in inspiration, witnessing 2 absolute dogs going at it. And in his own words,
"This is no longer a fight between 2 guys. This is the stuff legends are made of."
that man did nothing but spit facts. Shu fires off a punch, pushing Yusuke back more than before. Seeing the opportunity, he goes in to try to finish him with a headbutt. Yusuke, not being the type of nigga to back down, says bet and meets Shu in the middle, clashing heads. And just look at the aura from both these dudes. Got the lightning striking right as they have their final clash. Really couldn't have done it better. And as of the result of the fight, well, Shu's head game just wasn't good enough.
What did he say?
I could have worded that better. Anyway, Yusuke comes away the winner of this fight, starting him off at a 1-0 record. And as of the whole deathmatch thing, well, Yusuke decides that Shu is a real solid nigga, and he'd rather throw good hands with him again than kill him. So the two of them have a real recognized real moment and keep it pushing. Which, speaking of, on to the next fight. And let me just say, there was one thing that I needed to see in this fight, and that was Yusuke not just win, but absolutely decimate this nigga Bakken. If you know, you know. And if you don't, well, I guess I'll inform you. Before Yusuke stepped into the ring to face this dude, this piece of garbage was beating on an unconscious and defenseless Kurama, damn near packing my dude up. But luckily for Kurama, Yusuke is the type of dude who won't ever let his homies get done wrong. He had that spear gun locked and loaded, ready to boom Bakken, even if it meant the whole crowd would be on Team Yorimeshi's ass. Really some ride or die timing. So before Yusuke can annihilate Bakken, their team leader tells him to chill on Kurama if he's not trying to get roasted well done by a spirit gun, to which his bitch ass unwillingly complies, tossing Kurama out the ring and inviting Yusuke to get work. Oh brother, does he know? This nigga is about to get done in the meanest way. The fight begins and Bakken, bro, why does this nigga look like he's trying his hardest to shit himself right now? What is bro cooking? This dude is sweating bullets, looking like he's been constipated for weeks. Deadass though, bro is starting to get crazy sweaty. What kind of power is he cooking up? Did this nigga just fill the arena with his mustiness? Brother, you're nasty! Bakken fills up the arena with some mist, but let's be for real. We all saw how sweaty that dude was. He obviously mustified the entire ring. Somebody smell that shit! So with Yusuke's view obscured, Bakken tries to sneak him with some fang over fang looking ass attack. Yusuke is able to dodge it in the nick of time. But the thing that is becoming a common occurrence in these fights for bro is that the second attack always catches him off guard. Happened twice against Shu and again here, when Bakken appears behind him and rocks the hell out of bro. That thing's looking a little shaky at first, but with the face Yusuke makes when he gets up, I just knew shit was gonna be straight. Another attack comes rushing towards him, which he jumps over, but he doesn't notice the uppercut coming at him, sending him right back on his ass. But once again, he gets up with this smug ass look on his face, chuckling. Low-key, I think this nigga is rage baiting, moving just like his master, and it seems to be effective with how quick Bakken is to punch him, sending Yusuke sliding back a bit, but that attack does not shut him up at all. Bro is still laughing. Bakken finally decides to ask what's so funny, which Yusuke tells him. He's laughing because he thought Kurama was really getting his shit caved in, only to find out this nigga Bakken hits like a bitch. Yusuke starts to dig deeper into his rage bait bag, telling Bakken he ain't got nothing going for him besides his must fog, and that gets bro activated. He starts rushing in at Yusuke, jumping into the air, trying to catch him from above. Yusuke ain't worried about this though, firing off a spirit gun at the side of the stadium, using the force from his blast to blow not only Bakken, but the mist away. And with nothing in his way now, Yusuke can start applying belt to ass. And just look at Bakken's face when Yusuke walks up behind him. That nigga is terrified, got cold sweats running. Yusuke gives him two choices: turn around and take his ass beating like a man, or he can get on his knees and beg. And if Yusuke feels like it, he might let him off the hook. And I can't lie, with the look on his face earlier, I wholeheartedly thought I was about to see this grown man groveling on his knees. To my surprise, he turns around trying to swing on Yusuke. My bad, Bakken. I didn't expect you to have that fight in you. Too bad you ain't got that must miss keeping you hidden. With nothing blocking his view, Yusuke easily weaves and hits Bakken with a Gohan level gut shot. Shit hurt bro so bad, had him stumbling and bumbling backwards, falling on his ass. Nigga damn near in the fetal position. Yusuke walks up on Bakken and he immediately starts begging. Got tears in his eyes and everything. That nigga is terrified. He don't want to get hit again. Yusuke ain't trying to hear none of this begging for mercy shit though. The get back for Kurama is necessary. Shit got Bakken so scared, the dude starts crying. Got Yusuke feeling bad for him. Come to find out, Bakken was putting up an act and sneaks Yusuke, smacking him over the head with a rock. But the smile on his face turns into fear real quick when he sees his sneak attack does not a damn thing. Nigga gonna try and dip. Bakken, don't run. You can't escape the hands. Yusuke launches him into the air and starts teeing off on some Mortal Kombat X-ray shit, showing damn near every bone in his body breaking, finishing him off with one last punch and hurling him into the side of the stadium, leaving him unable to fight, and Yusuke the winner, pushing his record to a cool 2-0. For Yusuke's next fight, we don't wait long at all, with it being the very next match against Jin the Windmaster, and unlike Bakken, my nigga Jin is cool peoples, sharing a little laugh with Yusuke before the hands begin. Shortly after, they get to boxing. Yusuke starts things off, running in trying to land the first punch, but before his hit can connect, Jin ascends high into the air, chilling in the sky for a bit, and I'm not gonna lie, tournament committee, y'all are lacking, cause if I'm not bugging, ain't this nigga technically not in the ring? But he should be disqualified if we keeping things consistent, but knowing how the committee moves, if it ain't to do Team Yorimeshi's shiesty, we don't care. So Jin, after spending a good minute up in the air, finally comes shooting down, and you can't tell me this dude wasn't horrifying right here. Instead of hitting Yusuke head on, he purposefully avoids him and starts zooming across the stadium, showing off to the whole crowd. Bro is more focused on getting the clips off than scrapping, and Yusuke ain't going for that. As Jin comes flying in, Yusuke tries to catch him with a kick as he comes in, only for Jin to weave the kick and counter with a punch straight to the dome. And unlike the hits from Bakken, Yusuke felt that one for sure. But all that does is get him hyped. He gets to fight another big hitter, who just know he's jumping for joy in his head. The two have a little stare down before Jin decides to show off a bit of what he has in his bag, spinning his hand and creating a mini tornado around it, as he comes charging at Yusuke with his tornado fist. Yusuke is barely able to get out the way, but even so, it don't matter, cause the wind pressure from the tornado fist sends him flying towards the stadium walls. My guy recovers just in time to catch himself before crashing, landing on the wall looking like Spider-Man. But he can't stay there for long, because hot on his tail is Jin with another helping of his tornado fist. Yusuke jumps out the way, leaving Jin to wipe out a whole section of crowd NPCs. And at this point, I shouldn't have to say it. There's just no way. I mean, look! He's laughing while niggas behind him are laid out, clenching to life. Any dark tournament seat is just a death sentence waiting to happen. Back to the fight, and Jin tries winding up another tornado fist, but Yusuke is not going for it, bum rushing him and letting off a barrage of punches. Got Jin on the back foot playing defense as Yusuke does nothing but apply pressure, eventually overwhelming him and landing a nice body shot, stunning Jin for a sec. Yusuke goes in to keep the combo going, but before he can string together some more punches, Jin takes off into the air again, putting some space between the two so he can recover. And it's at this point, Botan starts asking the question I was wondering. How is this nigga able to fly all up and around, even leaving the stadium itself, and it not count as him being outside the ring? And I know Kyoto's just following the rules she's being told, so I'm not gonna crash out on her. But these tournament committee niggas, they got me and Team Urameshi fucked up. Kyoto explains the rules to Botan real quick, telling her that as long as Jin doesn't touch another solid surface outside the ring, it doesn't count as him being outside the ring, which I'm not gonna lie, is some bullshit. Like, this dude is just hovering up there, avoiding the smoke. I'm telling you, if it were a Team Urameshi member, the committee would be doing everything to bend the rules to get them out of there. Jin thinks he's coolin' as long as he's up in the air, unaware of a spirit gun being fired right at him. Bro shook for a moment, but Jin doesn't completely fold under the pressure, spinning around and creating a tornado that redirects the spirit gun, sending it flying into the stratosphere. Got this dude Yusuke looking speechless. Jin, peeping his face, can't help but laugh. Shit is looking nothing but up for him. Whenever things get too scrappy on the ground, he can just run into the air. And thanks to his control over wind, my nigga Yusuke can't even get off his spirit gun. To pull off this win, Yusuke is gonna need to dig deeper into his bag than he ever has. Jin comes in with another tornado fist, ready for Yusuke, and as he's closing in, Yusuke just stands there waiting. Just until Jin is too close to dodge, aiming a point-blank spirit gun right for the center of his tornado fist, trying to nuke the both of them. But at the last second, Jin changes the direction of his tornado fist, tilting the explosion upward so the two of them don't get incinerated. While Jin is busy yelling at Yusuke, trying to figure out what he's on, trying to pack the both of them up, Yusuke's having a little chat with Ye, who tells him that if he wanna beat Jin, he's gonna have to pull some new shit we ain't seen before. Yusuke, hearing this, already knows what time it is. Getting back into the ring, hitting a whole new pose. Nigga charging up that spirit wave, the Genkai special, the energy coming off and putting the niggas who can feel it on notice. Jin on the other end pulls out double tornado fist. Not being able to contain his excitement anymore, he charges in, hands loaded. Yusuke catches the first fist, causing him to get pushed back a bit, but using the energy flowing through him, he parries the first tornado fist. But there's still one more, which Jin throws, thinking he got Yusuke, only for bro to use his energy-filled foot to catch the fist with his foot, parrying the second tornado fist, hitting a spin, and using the remaining energy in his hand to boom that nigga Jin with a spirit wave. Had that dude's soul leave his body before getting sent rocketing into the air. Attack was so immaculate it made Koto start getting sturdy. And with Jin, well, that attack knocked his ass out cold, as we see him make a crash landing into the crowds, probably wiping out another good portion of the NPCs. And I don't gotta say it at this point, so I won't. So with Jin down for the count, Yusuke wins this match, pushing his record to an undefeated 3-0.
The fight between Yusuke and Jin has been ruled a double loss, and therefore Yusuke is ineligible to fight for the duration of the round.
Ain't no way. This shit had me hot when I was watching the first time. Like, even Koto couldn't believe this shit. And she knows all the rules. Man, fuck the tournament committee. All my homies hate the tournament committee. But I guess with the BS that they got off, technically this fight counts as a loss on both these dudes. This fight counts as a loss on both these dudes' resume, making what should be a perfect 3-0 record a 2-1 instead. Now, we all know what fight comes next. It's really the most notable fight of this arc, Yusuke versus Togoro. But here's the thing, I already made a video on this fight, so to complete this run, I'm gonna toss that on the back end real quick, and now see you at the conclusion. Alright, so peep this. It's finally time for the final match of the Dark Tournament. Time for Yusuke and Togoro to settle a beef that's been brewing ever since Togoro slid on Yusuke and forced him to sign up for this tournament. And to make things even more personal, Yusuke's mentor got slimed out by this.
Good mud?
No. Bro's been waiting for the chance to get back. Togoro kicks things off by charging up to 80% of his power, and you can tell immediately, he's gonna be a problem. Look at the energy radiating off this dude. It's so strong, it's deleting randoms in the stands. Even with Togoro's aura going nuclear, my man Yusuke is not phased. This dude is locked in, lights the brightest they've ever been, and he's not folding. Bro is an absolute dog. Togoro starts walking him down, and at first, it looks like Yusuke might take a step back, but like I said, this man has that dog in him. Instead of backing up, he charges in and throws the first punch, but right as he does, Togoro throws one of his own. Both hits land, but let's be real, one of those punches clearly did more damage. Just look at how they animate the impact. Yusuke lands his punch and it looks like he has pillows for hands. Meanwhile, Togoro hits Yusuke and it looks like he's using a 100% Detroit smash. Like there's black lightning flying off his punch. Is this nigga using hockey? Anyway, Yusuke tanks the hit surprisingly well, only sliding back a bit, then rushes right back in. He throws a right, but Togoro dodges effortlessly, popping up right behind him with a punch cocked back straight from hell. But Yusuke's got that Genkai buff now. Bro's moving different. He hits this crazy maneuver to dodge and lands a clean kick to Togoro's face, which I ain't gonna lie, did absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, this man Togoro can just swing his arm and the wind pressure alone is tearing up the ring. Yusuke dodges the swing, lands on his feet, but before he can breathe, Togoro is already on his ass. Yusuke sees him coming, stands his ground and gets ready to intercept the punch, but Togoro stops. And now they just start talking, yapping about their ideals and all that deep stuff. Then Togoro starts pressing him, telling him to stop playing and show him something. Yusuke says bet and starts charging up the spirit gun.
So, she didn't teach you any new tricks?
Bro is not impressed. He's basically hitting him with a I've played these games before. But Yusuke doesn't give a damn. Spirit gun loaded, finger cocked, you think he's about to let it fly. But I guess Genkai's power up must have come with an IQ boost, because instead of wasting a shot, Bro reads Togoro's dodge and rushes in with a flurry of hands. And I can't lie, me and Togoro had the same reaction to these sorry ass punches. I know this man Togoro was disappointed because I was. Like, this was our first real look at Yusuke in action after getting Genkai's power up, and this dude is out here punching like he got sock and boppers on. The Yusuke stocks at this point in the fight are dropping fast, and it doesn't help that Togoro's out here looking like Prime All Might. Wind pressure alone got the arena in shambles. Yusuke tries to close the gap again and almost eats a nasty kick to the side, and if that kick was anything like Togoro's punches, it would have had Yusuke looking like Toji after Gojo spun back on him. But luckily, he jumps over the kick and lands one of his own, which, shocker, Togoro eats like it's nothing. Then he coughs back a punch Yusuke had to dodge, because if that landed, oh, it was wraps. Just look at how he obliterates the ring. He would have turned Yusuke to dust. The sheer force sends Yusuke flying, along with a bunch of debris from the ring. Togoro chases him into the air, but the rubble actually gives Yusuke the cover he needs to catch him slipping. Yusuke dips behind him, Togoro notices, but it's too late. Yusuke already got the spirit gun locked and loaded, and he lets that bitch rip, no Beyblade. And yo, peep how he says spirit gun. Why is he trying to say it all nonchalant like that? Bro was out here trying to aura farm on the biggest stage after yelling spirit gun like a madman the whole tournament. Nasty word. Anyway, Yusuke fires off his so-called spirit gun. Nigga, bullshit. That ain't no spirit gun. This man just launched a whole Kamehameha out his fingers. Genkai's energy turned him into a different animal, and he said he can fire 4 of these? I'm telling you, when he first shot it, I really thought he was cooking. Just listen to Togoro's reaction. Bro sounds like he's in pain, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, Yusuke got that nigga. But nah, this man walks out the smoke not only unharmed, but using the environment Yusuke just destroyed to aura farm. Walks up to Yusuke like,
"Is that all you got for me?"
As a first time watcher, I had one thing running through my mind. How in the world is Yusuke supposed to beat this nigga? Togoro starts charging up and flaring his energy at Yusuke, who tries to throw up a shield using his own spirit energy. But that shit doesn't stand a chance against the raw aura Togoro is producing. It is not looking good for my boy. Togoro's calling him a disappointment, saying he's not even gonna need to use his full power, and the whole time he's just slowly walking him down. Meanwhile, Yusuke's backing up, looking shook. Even his own team thought it was wraps.
Think there's any hope left for him? Not really.
Nah, that's crazy. Even if he doesn't have a chance, Yusuke's gotta turn up here because your own man saying you're cooked in a life or death fight is nuts. Just when the odds are looking like they are stacked against him, Yusuke pulls out something I did not see coming. He rips off his wristbands and reveals that he's been wearing spirit cuffs this whole time. Genkai put them on to help him train by restraining him, so on some Lee versus Gaara type shit, this man Yusuke was low-key fighting weighted the entire match, and when he takes them off, bro starts turning the f up. Look at his charge up, look at the aura! Shit is majestic. His energy literally takes the shape of a phoenix. You can't tell me that wasn't Yusuke aura farming on purpose. Peep this, he lets the energy fly around the battlefield, all dramatic, then reabsorbs it back into his body. There was no practical reason for this. He just wanted to look cool, and I can't lie, that good! Now, Togoro, who's just been standing there watching this anime power-up cutscene unfold, is low-key heated because Yusuke's been fighting him restrained the whole time. He wants Yusuke to bring all the smoke now, and best believe, Yusuke delivers. He rushes in and moves so fast it looks like he teleported in front of Togoro, and then just starts letting his hands fly. But unlike the last time, Yusuke is hitting with some real force now. Got Togoro looking like a bobblehead with all these punches to the dome. And it don't stop there. Yusuke adds some good old body work to the combo. You can tell Togoro's feeling every single one of those gut shots, stomach on fire. Bro looks like he's about to throw up his breakfast. And to top it all off, Yusuke cocks back and hits this man with a full power Shoryuken. It was so hard they had to slow it down just so you could really see the impact. Sent Togoro flying and left him laid out on his back.
But wait! There's more!
Yusuke's not done. Goro's still on the ground.
We don't care.
Yusuke appears in the air above him, cocking back a punch from the heavens. Like, look how far back his arm is while he's coming down from the sky. Punch lands dead center to Goro's chest, and I know that hurt. Bro's gonna need an inhaler after that one. And he's still not done. Yusuke starts teeing off again with another flurry of punches. Got Togoro looking like a ragdoll with how badly he's getting worked. But in the midst of this complete beatdown, Yusuke notices something weird. Even while getting his ass handed to him, Togoro looks too comfortable. And that sets all types of red flags off. So Yusuke backs off with a tactical retreat. Togoro slowly climbs out the crater, looking like he took the cut way too far. But he doesn't stay that skinny for that long. He acknowledges Yusuke's strength and decides it's finally time to go full power. Cue the transformation scene, and this shit is crazy. Just him charging up alone is packing up half the crowd. And even before he muscles up, he's already looking demonic. Like, I'm sorry, I would not want to fight this nigga. And then I don't even know how to explain what happens next. Did this nigga just activate a domain expansion? As Togoro finishes transforming, we cut to Yusuke just standing there, not moving, but it's not out of fear. Nah, this is on some Goku letting Frieza power up type shit. He wants to see what a fully powered Togoro is really on. Like I said earlier, and I'll say it again, this nigga Yusuke is an absolute dog. He's not ducking any smoke. But we find out real quick how outclassed Yusuke really is, and it don't even take the fight starting back up to see. We get a whole montage of everyone in the arena who can sense spirit energy basically saying, yeah, it's raps. You got Koenma already coming to terms with his own death. And no cap, even hearing everyone say Yusuke had no chance, I still had false hope. Like, bro, you're not gonna tell me that Yusuke's power without the restraints doesn't at least put him on par with a full power Togoro, right? Togoro starts the fight back off by sending Yusuke sliding across the ground with the flick of a thumb. I swear, whenever anime wants to show you someone's out of their league, they gotta do it in the most disrespectful ways possible. Getting launched by a thumb flick is crazy. Yusuke stumbles back up and Togoro just starts barraging him with finger flicks, and Yusuke's gotta lock in just to make sure he doesn't get cracked in the dome again. Eventually, Togoro gets bored of flicking this man and stops. Yusuke sees an opening, rushes in, fist glowing with spirit energy. He puts his soul into this punch, and Togoro stops it with his thumb. Just look at Yusuke's face when he realizes what happened. That boy is terrified. And then boom, one punch from Togoro shatters Yusuke's arm like it's nothing. But wait, my guy Yusuke's not done yet. He still got the spirit gun. With the cuffs on, he was firing off mini Kamehamehas, so who knows what a point blank shot without them could do.
Oh no! Oh no! No, no!
Togoro tanks the point blank spirit gun, and just to rub salt in the wounds, this man starts laughing. Yusuke just stands there, speechless, eyes wide, trying to process the fact that his strongest move did nothing. Togoro doesn't waste a second, rushes in, snatches Yusuke by the collar, and hits this man with a gut check so nasty, I'm pretty sure he almost sent his soul to spirit world. And you know an anime hit hurts when the eyes tell you everything. Look at Yusuke's pupils, empty, vacant. That boy's spirit clocked out. He gets launched into the stands and Togoro starts lecturing him, telling Yusuke how he hasn't reached his full potential and how there's more power inside of him and all that yap. Which I mean, he's like what, 14, 15 years old at this point with maybe a month or two of real training with Genkai? Of course he ain't reached his peak yet. Man just got out of his beginner classes. But Togoro's mad at this teenager like he's supposed to be in his final form already. Like damn bro, chill, he's still doing homework. Who am I kidding? This nigga Yusuke don't go to school. Anyway, to try to force that power out of him, Togoro starts taking the souls out of the people in the crowd. Tells Yusuke he's gonna kill everyone in the arena in 20 minutes unless he levels up and stops him. And hey, it does work a little. Yusuke gets mad and starts swinging again, but it's looking real familiar. He's throwing hands just like earlier, and surprise, surprise, no, not doing a damn thing. And Togoro's face says it all. Bro is not even annoyed anymore, just disappointed. He sends Yusuke flying again with one punch to the face, but credit to my guy, he recovers quick and jumps right back in, and at this point I'm yelling at the screen, where the hell are the other moves? Like bro, why is he still just throwing hands? You got the shotgun? You could try a spirit wave? Nigga headbutt him or something, but nope, another basic punch, which Togoro catches and starts swinging this man around like the Hulk, and with his free hand, he starts teeing off on this nigga, hitting him with a wombo combo. It gets bad. Like real bad. So bad that Yusuke starts seeing flashbacks of him and Keiko as kids. And look, anytime a character starts seeing flashbacks mid-fight, only two things can happen. They're about to die or they're about to go crazy. And right now, it's looking like option one. Togoro is dog walking this man, just beating him into and out of flashback. And he's not even done yet. He decides he needs to take things up a notch if he's really gonna drag that next level power out of Yusuke. He fires a wave of his demonic energy at the stands where Keiko is standing, but luckily for them, this was just a warning shot. Basically Togoro telling Yusuke to tee up or else. And for Yusuke, that message was definitely received. Yusuke shoots out from under Togoro and he's on go, rushes in and hits Togoro with the first punch he might have actually felt since going 100%. And Yusuke's not done yet. He gets ready to launch another attack, only to get slapped away and sent crashing through the side of the arena. Right now, Yusuke looks like he's about to be done. But just when things look grim as hell, he hears a familiar voice.
You will never let this old woman have some peace and quiet, will you, Yusuke?
So Genkai's able to temporarily project herself through poo, and I deadass thought she was about to give Yusuke the cliche motivational speech and get him to turn up real quick. What I wasn't expecting was for her to go up to Togoro and be like, you wanna see this little nigga go all out? Bet. Put one of his homies on a t-shirt and he'll for sure crash out. Hearing this ain't even nothing new to Togoro. This man been known, but it's just something he'd rather not do unless he had to. But with it seeming like there's no other way to get Yusuke to unleash that hidden power, Togoro says f it and decides to put one of Yusuke's homies in a coffin. He looks over at Yusuke's friends, trying to decide who's about to get put on a shirt, and finally lands on his pick.
How about you, Kuwabara?
This man had the nerve to ask Kuwabara like he's got a choice. Like imagine if Togoro said,
How about you, Kuwabara?
no thank you.
Oh, my bad. How about you, Hiei?
Anyway, Togoro starts strolling towards the group. Yusuke sees his friends are in danger and instantly springs into action, hitting Togoro with another flurry of his not so effective punches. And the way Togoro looks at him during this, he does not see this man as a threat at all. Bro swats Yusuke like a fly and keeps walking Kuwabara down. Yusuke keeps charging in over and over again, only to get knocked back every time.
Stop! He's already dead!
Now, I'll be real. Kuwabara annoyed the hell out of me during the first half of this tournament, especially when he lost that first match cause his dumbass wouldn't just get back in the damn ring. But he grew on me, and what he does next, he earned his spot as an absolute dog. Kuwabara knows damn well he doesn't stand a chance. He knows the second Togoro touches him, it's wraps. But even with death standing right in front of him, he stands 10 toes, doesn't fold, and goes out swinging. Real shit from Kuwabara. And his last words to Yusuke?
I did what I could. Now beat him for all of us. Make my death count, okay?
That's all-time build-up for what comes next. And let me tell you right now, what comes next can only be described as absolute cinema. Just peak shonen tournament arc perfection. Now, usually in anime, when the main character loses someone they love, it's crash out time. We get the crazy transformation or the rage moment. But Yusuke, nah, he levels up, but not in the way I expected. Instead of going feral, this man starts moving mad calm. We get a shot of his face and there's no rage, just straight sadness. And I think this is what makes this scene so tough, cause I'm so used to seeing characters go berserk in these moments, so seeing one go quiet, that was different. My boy Yusuke out here full-time depressed, moving like he got a Bart Simpson sad boy profile pic, but even in this sad boy phase, look at the aura. Yusuke walks up on Togoro and drops one of my favorite lines from the entire fight.
I've already said I'll never forgive you. Now I'll never be able to forgive myself, so let's just do this.
Yeah, when I heard Yusuke talk like that, I knew it was up. You can hear the despair in his voice, the pain. And now, he's about to make Togoro feel that pain, times 10. This time, Togoro's the one running in, slugs Yusuke across the face and sends bro crashing to the wall. But all that does is tear off Yusuke's shirt. My boy gets up after eating that and starts charging up all nonchalant. Look at the aura! But Togoro's not letting Yusuke out aura farm him. Like, bro, where did this nigga get lava from? Man's doing shit you ain't even know he could do just to keep up.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Anyway, they start talking, real clash of ideologies type shit. Togoro tells Yusuke to abandon his friends, saying they're holding him back, and Yusuke's like, nah, him and his gang are locked in for life. Togoro realizes they'll never see eye to eye, so he figures, aight, bet, I'll just put another one of your friends on a t-shirt. He turns to start walking towards Team Urameshi, but before he can take a single step, we get the coldest frame in the whole fight. Yusuke grabbing Togoro's arm, aura going crazy, holding him in place. He hits him with a monologue, full flashback and everything, and then on some straight demon timing, he tells him,
Today you die, Togoro.
Togoro's still not taking him seriously though. Peep what he says.
You go ahead and try.
But he shouldn't have been running his mouth. Yusuke instantly makes him eat his words, punches the sonic rings out this nigga. Like, I'm not even joking. Yusuke hits this dude so hard, Togoro goes tumbling for 23 actual seconds of screen time. And then look at his neck afterwards. Togoro sits up, only to see a spirit gun coming right at him. That thing hits him head on, and let me tell you, this spirit gun looked lethal, looking like the universal spirit bomb from the end of GT. And Yusuke's just casually firing these out his fingers now? Bro is cracked, and he knows it. But he's holding the pose, aura farming mid-fight. This nigga knows he's him. Yusuke tells Togoro to get his ass up. They're settling this with one last bang, so come at him with everything he got. Togoro obliges, powering up one more time into his 120% form. And I gotta ask, what the hell does this man even need 120% for? Nobody in the world has even pushed you to 100% until you manufactured a super nigga in Yusuke. And even then, you had to emotionally scar him just to get a fair fight. So seriously, who else is on your radar that you need all that? Who are your ops? Anyway, Yusuke starts charging up his final spirit gun, putting all his remaining energy into it. Togoro on the other end lets out a battle cry and starts releasing some funky looking green gas.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Yusuke fires his spirit gun and Togoro rushes right at it. Tries to stop with one arm at first, big mistake. That spirit gun immediately starts shredding the muscles off that arm. Togoro switches up real quick and uses both arms to hold it back. And while he's doing that, Yusuke gets this look on his face, like straight up horrified. And that's because he's out of juice. The energy in his finger dies, he collapses to the ground. For a second, everyone thinks it's over. Togoro won, but nope. That meant Togoro is still struggling. The spirit gun hasn't fully let him go yet. His back muscles are blowing out. And he's out here trying to give it the world's strongest bear hug. Eventually he does. He barely manages to dissipate the spirit gun, but not without taking major damage. He got burn marks all over. With the blast gone and Yusuke seemingly down, it looks like it's wraps for Team Urameshi.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man. I'm finished.
But then Togoro, barely standing, walks over to Yusuke, and with a smile on his face, his monster form just crumbles. It straight up shatters, leaving just his human body. He collapses, the ref runs over, checks on him, and sees that bro has literally turned to stone, looking like Majin Vegeta after the final explosion. Camera pans behind the ref, and who do we see getting up? Yusuke. He's the last one standing. Just like that, Yusuke secures the W, defeating Togoro and winning the Dark Tournament. And with that fight over and Yusuke's victory secured, this ends his Dark Tournament record at 3-1. Which really should be 4-0. But we know how the tournament committee move. Well, that's all for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe. And just cause we got through all of Team Urameshi's run, doesn't mean we're done with the Dark Tournament. Cause there still lies absolute demons on the other side. So if you want to see that video in the future, make sure to hit that noti bell so you can know when a new video gets uploaded. And the question for today is, what's an anime move or attack that you like that doesn't get used enough? For me, I can go with Yusuke in the Spirit Wave. That nigga was so tough when he used it against Jin, and we never saw it again. It's a cold world. But let me know your choices in the comments. And until next time, peace.